You already know. Just trying to get everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody to be able to see what we doing. Show some love. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Jeff Gersten in the building. I see you, baby. Big show today, baby. Make sure everybody bring their A game. There we go. March Madness right there. I know you see it. March Madness. Jeff Gersten's going to cover a whole thing about that. Y'all don't want to miss it. Free picks. You already know we like 9-2-1 in our last 12 picks. Easy money. Brian Ford in the building. X-Man in the building. Ernest Vega in the building. This is my shout-out moment. Let me tap everybody in before we start the ALYORK Sports Show every Friday. Open sessions and giveaways. Yes, sir. We got OGJ. Oh, everybody wide and woke, man. Wide and woke, just like I like it, man. Okay, we got a lot to cover today. We got Sportsbook Jeff in the building. Gonna cover the March Madness. OGJ, we gonna hit you with some NBA and some other stuff, potential NFL trades. And then we gonna have Gambino. Suge Knight in the building, baby. What's going on, baby? So before we start this, let me pay my my little joint real quick, and then we gonna get it started. Let's go.
Say go to YouTube, like, share, subscribe.
Right now, we got a live man moving up 73-69, 35 seconds, and they got the ball. They faked about like 10, they might not cover. I got them on the money line 17, so I'm gonna need them to whip. Duke and not Curry, so they don't look like they'll cover. Right, let me see who else in the building, baby, so I can shout everybody out, man. Ernest Vega, you gotta get you back out, man. Yeah, B Ford, I'm a lot better, man. Thank you, sir. I'm a lot better. So bringing, man. You know how we do it every Friday, man. Let the building fill up. So we got anybody else I'm out of mess. X-Man in the building.
I always say go to YouTube, like, share, subscribe. What's up, people?
All right, there we go. TGI Friday, Power Hour, ALYORK Sports, the raw truth. I had to do that for one of my peoples, man. No drinking and driving is the effing law. Big show tonight. Let's get started. Go to YouTube, put your comments in, share it, hit the notification bell, continue to show love. It's much appreciated from the ALYORK Sports family. Shout out to the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, Las Vegas, New York City, LES to the death. Nueva York, Nueva York. D Beamin, man. April 2nd, big fight. Make sure y'all tune in. You know what I mean? He's going to give you the information. Get the information. We'll give it to you basically a week ahead. Make sure y'all tune in. Show my boy some support. He's going to turn off the homie TV. You better believe that. Raul in the building, baby. On vacation. Okay, credit fix. Never too late to get your credit fix. IG me, inbox me, email me, al.newyork@yahoo.com. Never too late to get your credit fix. Need advertisement? Hit me up and I'll hook you up. Hit me up and I'll hook you up. Tugboat Nation, shout out to Tugboat Nation. Shout out to SOS Studios at yahoo.com for all the instrumentals. My man Bishop Brown. And open sessions and giveaways. Just add one more guy. Tell one person you know, because you know, like I always say, the more, the merrier. All right, let's get popping, y'all. Let's get it popping. We're going to go into the MLB. Major League Baseball has just ended a 99-day lockout. Thank God for that. MLB is not in the situation to get funny with anybody because we all know that football and basketball has jumped over them. I mean, football been there. Basketball is over them. So it's the worst time for a lockout. While you trying to build your brand, you don't stop your brand from operating. So I guess they were smart enough to put that to sleep. They were smart enough to put that to sleep, end the lockout. So now we will resume with baseball, which is beautiful for everybody. Thank God for that. Let me go to other news real quick. Greg Popovich of the NBA, one of my favorite coaches ever, has tied Donnie Nelson at 1,335 wins. And the thing that makes this record so incredible, the time factor, and he's going to take the lead, that he's done it in 5 less seasons than Nelly. You know, we all love Nelly, but Nelly didn't win no chips. Nelly coached forever. Still deserves, you know, the all-time win record, but Pop did it in 5 less years, not to mention Popovich got 5 titles. Salute to Greg Popovich, one of my favorite individuals. Salute, brother. Other news. NFL has informed all 32 teams about the salary cap, that they lifting the salary cap in 2022. It will go up to 208.2 million. 208.2 mil. This is crazy. And it doesn't mean you can sign people for 50 M's. I don't care what you raise it to. 50, 40 M's is going to handicap your situation, but at least it gives teams more breathing room to do a little more. Other news. The Las Vegas Raiders have locked up defensive end Matt Crosby. Crosby's a guy that had issues in his prior life, had a drug problem, and now to come to this point, God bless this individual, man. The kid is a beast on the line. He's like a wild animal let out of a cage attacking that QB. Great signing. I mean, they just basically gave him an extension, but great extension by the Vegas Raiders, keeping Max Crosby. This is a guy that you want to keep. Salute. Okay, matter of fact, let me give you what they offered them. They gave him 95 pieces for 4 years. 4 years, 95 pieces, 4-year extension. Let me make sure I get that out there. The Philadelphia Eagles made Jason Kelsey the highest paid center in the NFL. He getting 14 pieces. Now, for a center, that's a lot of money because centers ain't really getting blessed like that. So he's the highest paid center. Salute to Jason Kelsey, who definitely deserves it. Been in the league for a long time. Salute to Kelsey. Other news. We're going to go to the MLB. San Francisco Giants made a great pickup today, signing dominant left-handed pitcher Carlos Rendon from the Chicago White Sox to a 2-year deal worth 44 pieces. Now, Rendon is a 42-38 career pitcher, 3.79, 669 innings, 710 Ks. But that's not what's impressive. It's what he did last year, 13-5, 2.37 earned run average, 24 games, 132 innings, 185 Ks. So he's averaging more than a strikeout per inning. Rendon is a tough left-hander, and in that big field in Frisco, he should do good. He should do good. Other news. We're going to go to our free play sessions. Like I said, 2 weeks ago, we went 5-0-1. We got a push on a half-court shot at Kentucky. If y'all seen that, that was BS. Should have been 6-0. It's all right. It wasn't a loss. It was a push, 5-0-1. And last week, we went 4-2. So when I say we, it's Jeff, Sportsbook Jeff, OGJ. Sometimes I bring Noah on board, myself on board, but it's my team of giving out these free picks. And for tomorrow, make sure you write these down. We only got 3 because you guys got to understand a lot of these lines ain't coming out because you got to wait to determine who's going to win what game, and then they take time to put tomorrow's line. But Sportsbook Jeff was able to get at least 3 games out for us, and he likes Texas A&M. Write this down. +6 versus Arkansas tomorrow, college basketball. He also liked Indiana, the Hoosiers, +6 versus the Iowa Hawkeyes. Make sure y'all get this. And last but not least, St. Louis +3 versus Davidson. So those are your 3 free plays for the week. Like I said, we 9-2-1 in our last 12 games. If y'all not cashing out, I can't start to tell y'all how stupid y'all are. Because we give the games out Friday, the games on Saturday. There's no way we could cheat. We not like these guys on Instagram that when the game is over, they'll shoot you the game they picked that's winning. No, there's no way we could do that. On Friday, we put out the bets. Saturday's the games. There's no way I can lie to you, try to lie. This is how I like it. This is why I created to do it this way, for there be no fucking lying. Real talk. Okay, Gerson, where you at? Sportsbook Jeff, let's get this party started. Steve Levine in the building. I see you, baby. Steve Levine, I hope you ain't taking it hard, baby. You had a 2-game lead on everybody, and you end up not winning the contest, but you fought well. All right, give me a minute, guys. Let me see if I get my boy in. Yeah, hopefully we got one-shot deals today. I don't want to try 3-4 times trying to get people on. Sportsbook Jeff, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
We're good.
Okay, I could barely hear you. If you could put a little bass on your voice, I really would appreciate it. I want to start off by saying we've been doing some amazing handicapping lately. You kind of right now leading that charge with your college basketball expertise. So we want to start off by saying we appreciate what you've given us, and I know people's is appreciating it, because if they go into the window, they're taking money from the window. Am I right or wrong?
Well, you're absolutely right. In fact, I got to put my theme song on for me in the sports book here, because it's...
You know you messing my show up, right? I know you're trying to help it, but you hurting me, man. Okay, Jeff, listen, let's get right to it. A lot of people, hungry minds. March Madness. When I tell you that word, what happens in your head? What is March Madness to Sportsbook Jeff?
March Madness is actually something very special, and it's actually in the purest form. Everybody that likes the NBA, college basketball, all these pro sports, it's an opportunity for one shining moment, as the tournament says. You know, anybody can step up, hit the big shot. A team can come out of nowhere. A team can get hot out of the middle of nowhere and win conference tournament and go on to win the whole thing. NC State, 1983. It's probably the most pure event, okay, that's not the number one team doesn't hardly win, and it's very hard to win. So, I mean, right. It's not like the NBA Finals or the Dodgers, you know, in baseball. I mean, the top team right now is Gonzaga, and even the, you know, right now for the future is what, plus 325. You're getting over 3-1 on the favorite the tournament, so they have no idea who's going to win this thing.
Right,
and
right.
And that's what makes it so great. You know, and then seeing some of the, like this year, having the Coach K moment of going to the tournament one last time, or seeing those seniors go out. It might be their last game they ever play. You know, they may not make the pros, go play overseas. You know, it's kind of like it's almost the event, the culmination, like you're a kid, and it's your last shot to go out with some glory. So I think that being as pure as it is, you know, makes it that much better, and that's what makes it great.
Okay, not to be biased, I know you love college basketball, but where do you rank March Madness compared to World Series in baseball, the Super Bowl in football, the Stanley Cup in hockey, or a national championship game in football, college football? Where do you rank March Madness if you have to rank it, one being the highest?
Well, I mean, from start to finish in an event, I mean, there's nothing better than March Madness. Now, there's still some equivalent moments. I mean, that Game 7 in a World Series, I mean, obviously is great. You know, that final drive, if you're in a Super Bowl or a championship game, is great. Hockey, I tell you, hockey's probably in terms of start to finish, probably the best thing to watch. I'm not even a big hockey fan, but I mean, when it comes to playoff time, the playoffs in hockey are, the equal to it is this tournament. I mean, in terms of how hard everybody plays, the closeness of it, the overtimes, So, I mean, I think that.
Not only that, you got to add in the fights. People love the fights.
Well,
I mean, when you got some fighting in the playoffs, then they're throwing octopuses on the ice. I mean, it gets crazy. I've been to a couple hockey games. It's insane. Not a hockey fan like that, but the games are insane. But get it.
And I think, obviously, to me, it used to be, a little bit of boxing. I'm starting to get back into that in UFC a little bit. But, I mean, to me, it used to be Hagler and Leonard. You know what I'm saying? Duran. Muhammad Ali, Tyson. We don't have those big, events. I mean, Fury and Wilder was the closest thing we've had to it in a while.
Right, right.
But, I mean, we haven't had
and Mayweather fights were all boring to me. I mean, people got a lot of, different analogies about that, but they were boring to me, so I get what you're saying.
Correct.
Okay, let's move on a little bit. So where would you rank it? You didn't give me a ranking on it.
It's number one to me in terms of overall. I mean, nothing's going to beat it from start to finish.
Okay, I'm going to definitely agree. I'm going to agree with you with the longevity of it. And they got it right now to the point where even the first 4 games is good.
It is.
You know what I'm saying?
Quality teams now in there. You might have something this week like, I don't know, pick a couple teams out. Rutgers versus Texas A&M. That's a pretty damn good play-in game. We're not talking about Prairie View taking on Mount St. Mary's, which we still have 2 of those. But, I mean, you're getting quality matchups, quality teams, and I think the great thing that makes this a great equalizer is with all the one-and-dones, you're seeing a lot of senior-oriented mid-majors make runs in this tournament and been doing it for the last 5 or 10 years.
Yeah, let me talk a little bit. I'll let you talk. Let me talk. All right, if you want to cut in, just say a few words. I heard your point. Let me give you my point real quick.
All right.
The reason why, like I said, I agree with you for multiple reasons, Jeff. I'm big on the Super Bowl. I mean, there's nothing like Super Bowl Sunday to me from start to finish. But it's only one day. It's only one day. This college tournament, we got weeks of it, and it just seems to get better and better as it goes. And like you said, the equalizer out of all of this is that it's hard to predict who's going to win it all. Unlike the NBA, usually the better team wins in a 7-game series. Am I right or wrong?
Correct.
If they did it like this, it would be easier for us to pick a champion. But the fact, like you said, one bad night can end the whole tournament for you. And the Zags experienced that year after year after year. Because a lot of years I thought they were the best. But they'd be the best in like a 5-game series. But the one game, they always seem to not show up in one of the rounds. And that's what's been knocking them out every year. So I'm going to agree with you. Nothing like March Madness all the way to the end and how they got the Elite Four. And then you wait till Monday night for the big championship game. I mean, college basketball got this thing all figured out. So I'm going to agree with you with that, though I'm a football guy, but I'm going to turn it over on that. Next question. Do you still got your top 5?
You know what? I've been sitting here the last couple of days watching some of these tournaments early on, and I think the majority of my top 5 I'm going to keep. It's going to be interesting to see. A couple of top teams have not played yet or just not finishing up now. But, I mean, I think the only thing that I might replace is, at this point in time, is Wisconsin. Doesn't look like Wisconsin. Johnny Davis doesn't look like himself. They got upset today by Michigan State before the show. So I still think you have Gonzaga in there. I think you're still going to have Duke, but, I still think you're going to have your, Purdue in there. I still think they're the most talented team in the country. I think you're still going to have Kentucky. Okay. But I'll tell you that the team that's really coming on to me is Texas Tech. Texas Tech, you know, in the Big 12 is really coming on strong. They were kind of just missed the cut last time, Wisconsin. So if I just switch one team out right now, I bring Texas Tech into the fold, okay, and replace Wisconsin.
Okay. So who wins it all, Jeff?
Well, I tell you what, if everyone wants to turn into the big show come Sunday, Monday night, and we see the draw, I'll be able to help you out a little more then. But without seeing a draw, you know, I think it's going to be a wide open tournament. I do think that some of the teams that we think are going to go far aren't going to go far.
Yeah, we know that already. I mean, which one is the game that the favorite loses a lot? Is it the 13 and the 4, something like that? There's one specific number that usually goes down.
5-12 game's been a big upset over the years. The 4-13 is not too far behind.
Right.
And then in the second round, a lot of times it's that 2-7 game. That second seed, you know, in the 3-6. So, you know, those are the kind of things that those teams need to move up, you know, with these tournaments this weekend, get the favorable draw. You know, it's going to be interesting to see. To me, I guess one of the big highlights for me is, I guess, one being how far is Coach K going to go? Even though I have him in my top 5, just my gut instinct tells me, I mean, right now Duke's playing very tight ever since the North Carolina game. Didn't look great today against Miami, but held on. I think Duke could come Sweet 16 time, could be primed for an upset just based on how they're playing. The other big thing for me is last year, you know, the West has been down in college.
Jeff, I told you to give me one. I didn't tell you to break down 5 teams. Give me one.
No, I just want to say I'm interested to see how the West Coast teams, you know, those teams being Arizona.
So I got to pull a gun out on you to give me one.
It's a general. It's a general
thing.
Just
give me one. It don't matter. Listen, it's not a loss. That question right there, if anybody can answer that question, they'd be on a genius right now. Just give me one.
I like St. Mary's as a sleeper to go farther.
There you go.
Most teams out west.
I'm only gonna run with Duke. I know they're not gonna win because everybody probably on them because it's Coach K's last year. But Duke or Purdue, I like. I really like those 2 teams. Hopefully, one of them could win it all.
Well, hopefully you guys can all tell. That's who we
there you go.
Here, so.
Jeff, real quick, I got 3 minutes with you. I want to utilize all the minutes I got with you. Let's change events. Let's go to Major League Baseball. And in 3 minutes, remember, 3 minutes, not 8 minutes. What's your take on the lockout ending?
Well, I think that there was a lot of posturing by the owners. But when it all came said and done, they knew that this sport, as you mentioned earlier, has fallen behind not only the NFL, but the NBA in popularity. They couldn't afford another hit. You know, and I think it's, you know, on a player's standpoint, I actually back the players on this particular lockout because they settled for less during the last CBA, and there's some things they had to get. I mean, the young players got over $100,000 raise as a rookie, which I think is important. A lot of those guys have been in the minor leagues, living off peanuts, and they get to show, you know, they deserve to have a little more money. You know, they paid their dues. So that was a big thing for me. I don't know how I feel about the, you know, expanding the 12 playoff teams. I think it takes the pureness out of baseball, waters it down a little bit. So
I mean, I like the wild card, but now they went deeper than that, right?
Right. So that's one part that I'm kind of up in the air about. I like the fact they're going back to the 9-inning doubleheaders. If there is a doubleheader.
Yes, that's
and
big.
Going back and taking the.
That's big.
I did like the.
How about the man on second,
rule?
Jeff? Are they still doing the man on second in the extra innings?
They are not. They pulled that too.
Okay, yeah, because that was watering down baseball. A lot of pioneer guys that I knew, believe it or not, stopped watching baseball because of that. I wouldn't go that far, but these guys are pioneers of the game. That turned them off. Well, hopefully now, by them putting it where it was, they get the people back. Because remember, they going down. NBA's going up, football's going up, college going up, MLB going down, and this lockout was the worst thing for them. So lucky that they ended it. They made some adjustments. I don't like the 12th team, like you said. but at least it's looking like it's going to be better everywhere else, correct?
Correct.
Okay, close it out real quick before I get OG on.
Well, just have two quick things. First one is I want to give a thumbs up for a great effort by Quanzo Martin, who got fired as Missouri coach. Fellow friend from Purdue. I knew him back the Big Dog days, but he got let go tonight. So just want to say thanks for all your time and effort trying to bring it back to the zoo, but just couldn't get it done. And then the second thing is supposedly by the end of the weekend, we might have the Three Musketeers together for one last go for the Cardinals this year. As Pujols is really getting ready to sign with the Mariners, the Rockies, and the Cardinals. Kind of a no-brainer. I expect Pujols in that uniform with Yachty and Wainwright come opening day on April 7th.
I like that. Okay, Jeff, thank you so much. We'll get back soon. Enjoy the rest of your night, bro.
All right.
Sportsbook Jeff. All right, brother. Okay, guys, y'all heard that. We covered the March Madness, tapped in on the MLB lockout. OG, where you at, baby? Hopefully we get the OG right back in. Let me see. Okay. Okay, OG, now it's saying, let's try the other way. Let me try to get you on. It's not letting me get you on the old way. Let me see if I can get you on another way. Let's see if this works here. Oh, it's not letting me get you on, OG. Keep trying. Whatever you can try, keep trying. And let's move quick because the people's is here. I don't know why it's not doing it because we just did it. Okay, hold on. Let me X this out. Gambino, I didn't say try to get on yet. Wait up. Okay, hold up, OG. Let me try something. Gotta find your name here and see if I can bring you in another way. Okay, this might work. Let's hope. There we go, baby. We got it.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
OGJ, what it do?
About?
What it do, baby?
Time. What's good?
You looking like my brother there. What's going on?
I'm trying to be like you. What you mean? I pull these puppies out. What you mean?
Yo, we missed you the last time.
Yeah, man.
Let me make sure I say that because I felt so bad because
I
spoke so much.
Huh?
You spoke so much, and you had so much to say, and you wasn't able to let it go. And I know the feeling.
Yeah.
I know the feeling. You know what I mean? But let's go. Let's get to it real quick, OG.
All right.
Let's go back to the James Harden trade. Not to overkill. We're going to kind of mix it up a little bit. James Harden, before yesterday, was undefeated while he was on the court, right?
Right.
But in their biggest game of the year, like me and you said in the beginning, he came up short. Now, anybody can go, yeah, but Al, that's a regular season game. It don't matter. It's a pattern, bro. It's a pattern. So my question to you is, what did you think of it, like, when you seen it again?
Honestly, I'm going to tell you, I wasn't surprised. Because when we go back weeks back, before this trade ever happened, I told you from the jump, if they make that trade, they going to go win a chip. I know this already. And then on top, and that was just them just trading straight up. That wasn't even them getting Seth Curry and Andre Drummond on top of it. It's a wrap now.
That's what I'm saying. But nobody's trying to hear me, OG.
Listen,
I got dudes on my page thinking I'm crazy.
Yeah, they don't know. But what
they like, yo, Al, they barely getting into the playing game.
But here's the thing. They're the favorite out of the East, and they're in the 8th seed. Come on, man.
See, they don't know that, though. They're not doing their homework.
Yeah, Vegas already telling you what's going to happen. But people don't understand. Not only that, let's look at James Harden he don't play defense, number one. That's one of my reasons why I said they don't need him to shoot. Net's already good. They got plenty. They need somebody that can come play some lockdown defense, can post up down low, and he can get rebounds and block shots. That's Ben Simmons all day.
And distribute. He could distribute also.
distribute. That's free money all day. They got plenty of shoes. Matter of fact, now they got Steph Curry. He like he had 24 years.
Steph Curry was water the other day, dog. He was out there looking like a sniper. Am I lying?
But they traded him with Ben Simmons and Andre. I couldn't believe it. Look at just what they doing. Ben Simmons ain't even in the game yet. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't even the game. And if you watch that game from the beginning, you see how physical it looked like a 1990s game. How physical it was. They up there talking shit to one another the whole 9 yards. That game meant a lot. That was a message game right there. You can see it in Grant's face. You can see it in Embiid's face. And for them to smack like that at home by 30, 29.
Yo, KD balled out for sure. But one thing I'm trying to tell the people, a lot of people's telling me, Al, they don't have enough time to gel in like 15 games or somewhat. Hold on, let me get at it real quick. I'm gonna give it to you, brother. And I understand that theory because the majority of the time, 15 games ain't enough, OG.
True.
But this is the situation with Brooklyn. KD and Kyrie could take over the whole game.
Exactly.
And everybody just play a little role. That's all. They don't need to play the whole team shit. KD and Kyrie Irving could play isolate basketball and take over the game, dog. And if you got Curry, every time they decided to kick out to hit, let's say 44, 45%, dog, Drummond rebounding.
Yep.
You know Simmons is not going to be a deadbeat. He's either going to rebound, assist. All right, he might not score. You look at the points in the box score. You might not see maybe 5, 6 points, but you should see 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals. You know what I mean? 2 blocks.
Points down low, and he's going to get his points in a fast break. Watch what I tell you.
I believe that. I believe that. And then he's more comfortable than he was in Philly because they've been messing with Ben. So Ben's mind was already messed up. You know, when you're in a situation, when you're young, I'm not making excuses for him because he came up short against Atlanta. I'm not making no excuses. But when you get in a young boy's head, bro, they was in his head in Philly.
Sure they were.
He was out there. He didn't know what he wanted to do.
That's true.
I'm telling you. And Brooklyn bringing them in. I'm not saying Brooklyn is easier because if he stink it up in Brooklyn, them Brooklyn cats going to let him know. But we're going to give him a fair shot. And his role is different, like you said. He doesn't have to score.
No.
Embiid wanted him to score.
Exactly.
That's why Embiid loved Harden so much, because not only does Harden score, he get the ball to big man.
Right.
That's why it's a perfect fit. But I'm not going to count the Sixers out yet because I believe that Harden might break out of that slump shit. But if he don't, they'd be lucky to get round 2, dog.
I'm going to be honest with you. Here's the problem. It's more than what you're talking about with Philly. Who got the worst record in the playoffs when having the lead in the playoffs in the history of basketball? Doc Rivers, and it ain't even close. Think about what nobody's within like 7 losses of him. He's got the worst record with the lead in the playoffs, period. Think about that. Number 2.
And he has CP3.
Right.
Who knows the game. So that looks bad.
He only won that championship because he had 3 Hall of Famers in Boston. Hell, you and I could have coached that team to a championship, to be totally honest. You understand?
I wasn't. Okay, I was excited on his record and what he did in Beantown. But one chip with those 4 Hall of Famers fell short to me, bro. Exactly. It was almost like, I'm going to bring it back to baseball. And like, what was it, 86 with Davey Johnson and the Mets. Yeah, they should have won more than 1 chip, dog.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't care how much Montana was flowing around in the locker room. They was just better than everybody, dog.
Yep. Exactly. That's facts. But I'm going to tell you this. Tobias Harris is a liability on both ends of the floor. Wow. Harden is a liability on the defensive end of the floor. They don't have that. You saw yesterday that mentality that you got to have, that playoff mentality, that get down with it. The Nets have that, whereas they don't. They still don't have that. And because they coach don't have it, he don't even have it. That's why he got all these losses. That's why he had to lead 3-2, 2-1, and still keep losing series.
Right.
Not going to change when they get over there. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna make the bold prediction after this season, he probably gonna get fired. Watch what I tell you.
Okay. One thing I can say though, which is obvious, the Sixers are gonna go as far as James Harden takes them. Because you know what you're getting out of MB. MB's gonna do his thing.
Yeah, he's gonna bring it. That's true.
MB's gonna do his thing. The young boy Maxey, I like him. Dybell plays some defense. He's out there contributing. But if James Harden keep laying them duck eggs like he did the other night, they might get an early exit. I'm telling you right now. But I believe something's telling me you're going to see sights of where they look like they can win it all during the playoff. Like he's going to show up. He's going to show up eventually. But the thing is, can he maintain that style of play? And I just don't think so. Not throughout the playoff 7 games. That's my opinion. I seen him come up this big against San Antonio when he was with Houston. This big.
Yep. I remember.
My man, there was a game he played damn near 40-something minutes and had 6 points.
Yep.
Where you get that from James Harden? James Harden would get 6 points on just 2 rebounds, going up the floor, 2 threes, and he got 6 points.
Yep.
And it is about scoring with James because he's a scoring point guard.
Right. Right.
So if you can't score, then you ain't doing your job. Ben Simmons, like you said, don't have to do that with Brooklyn.
Nope. And
that's right then. So real quick,
all that pressure off of him.
Yeah, let me put you on the spot real quick. Who comes out the East in the Eastern Conference?
You know
Brooklyn, right?
They're quit playing.
Who you like in the Western Conference?
The Suns.
Oh, okay.
Suns.
Team I'm repping right now?
That well-oiled machine, man. As good as Golden State is, I can see the kinks. They're not quite right. Maybe they get right when Draymond come back next week. Maybe they get right. But right now, if I got to choose, I'm picking the Suns. Suns is like a well-oiled machine, man.
Yeah. The thing with G-State is they got the young boys, pulling them. They ain't been through it.
No.
Even Wiggins haven't been through it.
No.
So Draymond might not be Draymond that we accustomed to seeing. We already know Clay ain't Clay yet.
Right. He ain't gonna be Clay till next year.
Now Curry is playing over his joint. Curry's playing MVP basketball, but that is not gonna be enough against DeAndre Ayton, CP3, Bridges, Crowder, etc.
Yep. It's not gonna be enough.
You know that. Okay, now that we cover that, OG, let's jump into the NFL. My man Gambino's getting nervous. I thought I had the NFL. I'm going to name you 3 quarterbacks, and I want you to tell me potential destinations. But we got 7 minutes to finish this, so let's kind of like cut right through it. Deshaun Watson, and let me give you an update. They said, I think his charges all dropped.
Right, no criminal charges.
I mean, I don't know how that happened. You got 22 ladies saying that you made them finger pop you in your anal and all 22 charges. I don't know how to even answer that, dog. Like, you know what? I guess money talks. They always told me back in the days, Al, money talks. If OJ didn't prove that, then I don't know who else is going to prove it. But where does Watson, obviously he's leaving Houston. He can't be there no more. Where's his next destination, in your opinion?
Honestly, with everything that Seattle just got on the draft pick situation, I would think he'd probably end up in Seattle. Wouldn't surprise me if he ended up in Seattle.
That's where I'm leaning at, because all the draft picks that they inherited, especially them robbing Denver Broncos for all those draft picks for Russell Wilson.
I couldn't believe they gave all that up. I couldn't believe it.
That's because the quarterback's so important.
Yeah.
John Elway and company, all them guys over there are tired of having these Osweilers and Paxton Lynch. They can't do that no more. Drew Lock, they can't do it no more, OG. After Peyton Manning, it was nothing. And before Peyton Manning, they had to deal with Kyle Orton and all those guys. So now they got another all-pro, Hall of Fame potential quarterback. That's how Denver likes it. From the Elway days to the Peyton Manning days, and now hopefully the Russell Wilson days. Real quick, do they make the playoffs?
Yes.
With that tough division?
Yes, they still make.
I'm telling my boy, I told him I only want to take.
They got too many receivers, and you got to remember, Denver still has defense.
Denver's top 5.
They got a running game, and now you're gonna put a receiver, you're gonna put a quarterback like him out there. He's gonna be play action and wide open. I already know that.
Now, one big loss Denver got that. I know Russell Wilson wish he had him, and that's Noah Fant.
Oh yeah,
but they had to give him if they wanted Russell. Seattle made sure they wanted that tight end. Because if you have Fant to those receivers and that running game, wow, that offense is going to be deadly up in Mile House Stadium. Okay, so you saying Seattle. Now we going to the next. We got 5 minutes before I get Gambino in. Jimmy Garoppolo. Where he's going?
Ends up in New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think and honestly, I think he'd be a good fit in New Orleans. I think
I think so. I think he'd be a great fit with the coach.
Yeah, he could be good with the coach too.
Great fit with him, and I even think he'd make a decent fit with the Steelers, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's true. He could. He definitely could. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. This is something that I had told Sportsbook Jeff a long time ago concerning Wentz. I told him Wentz is a bum. He's never going to be what everybody thought he was. And look at now, all of a sudden he's going from team to team, the whole 9 yards.
You know what's sad, and I know what happened where he came from, South Dakota or North Dakota?
South Dakota.
What happened was there wasn't too much film on him because he's throwing with guys 20 yards open. So when he had that unbelievable year number 1 with the Eagles, all it took is teams to get video on him.
Exactly.
So once they got video on him, same thing that happened to Mitchell Trubisky. Got shut down.
Yep. Exactly.
But I think I'm not going to say his career's over. I think he's going to be one of those journeymen that can really help out teams, but he ain't never going to be no superstar.
No, he'll never. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. Right. He's always going to be mediocre. He's going to be like
He going to keep work, though. He might be in the league 15 years.
Right. He might be like a Cousins or something to a degree. You know what I'm saying? He's right there, but he can never get over the hump. You know
Talking about Cousins, do the Vikings trade Kirk Cousins? 3 minutes.
I would trade him now. Yeah.
Why? You could get something for him.
Exactly. I was just about to say that because right about now, if you wait any longer, you're not going to get too much for him. I trade him right now. And I mean, he could go to the Colts. I could see him in the Colts, to be totally honest with you. But he's another one. He's a mediocre quarterback. He's only going to get you so far. He can't get over them big games like that. Like you said before, a couple weeks ago, put up all types of numbers. But when you look, when it counted most, he couldn't do it.
We call those Dak Prescotts and Tony Romos of the world. I can see him going for some reason. I can see the Steel City going after him.
Yeah.
Because Kirk could fling it. There's no lying in that. But this is the thing. If Pittsburgh don't fix their offensive line, they're going to kill little-ass Kirk Cousins. Because he wear them little kid shoulder pads. You be seeing them out there, right?
Yeah.
You better make sure you block for him because them little kid shoulder pads, that AFC North ain't no joke. You know that.
Yeah, it ain't no joke.
Baltimore's going to put hands on him if he go over there. Cleveland is going to put hands on him. You know, it's not going to be easy for him over there if he lands over there. Okay, OG, any last words?
I'm going to tell you this. I thought that was an interesting trade that they made with the Chargers getting Khalil Mack. That trade right there with putting him with Bosa on the other side, I think will do wonders for that defense, in all honesty. I think we're going to see a resurgence of Khalil, putting him on that defense.
That's the thing, though. I want to see a healthy Khalil, though.
Right.
He hasn't been healthy.
Yeah, he ain't been
And I think Chicago was already fed up. And when you're not healthy and you're not winning, he's probably one of those guys that didn't even rush back because he preserved his body so that he maybe get traded. Because, you know, in the NFL, you got to preserve your body. That's bottom line. When you're in the trenches, you got to preserve your body.
To some degree.
So I'm hoping that he comes back healthy because a healthy Khalil Mack at 31 years old, I think has a lot to offer still in the NFL.
I agree with that. Definitely.
You know what I mean? So, OG Jeff, thank you. Keep delivering those picks. We're going to talk soon, brother. I'll holler at you sooner than later.
All right, man. I appreciate you, B.
OGJ, baby, in the building. All right, baby.
All right,
Okay. All right, guys. Gave y'all some NBA, some more NFL. Gambino, where you at? We got 10 minutes, Gambino. We might be able to tackle one subject. Hit me up so I can get you in. Let me see if he's in already. Nope. Gambino, let's go. Let's not make him wait, baby. You know I don't like my people's waiting. Okay, that's not working. Let me see if I can get you in another way. Keep trying, Gambino, on your end. Let me see if your name pops up over here where I could just bring you in. Okay, let me try something. Hold up. Gambino, you might be in trouble. Hold up. Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. Here we go. I might have got you in.
Yo.
Yes, sir.
What's good?
Yes, sir. Gambino in the building. Let me see if you see me?
What's popping?
Okay, let's get you started because 10 minutes goes like this. Big trade. Seattle Seahawks, Denver Broncos. I know you wanted your take. You told me Tuesday you wanted it on that. I did a pop-up show, spoke about it immediately, but I didn't have no guesses. So now we're going to talk about it Friday. I know it's a couple days later, but you want to put out your perspective. So now you got your opportunity. Let me give the people the specifics of the trade. Seahawks send Russell Wilson in a 4th-round pick off the Mile House Stadium for tight end Noah Fant, QB Drew Luck, defensive end Shelby Harris, 2 number 1 picks, 2 number 2 picks, and a 5th-round pick. Your take.
I think Seattle shortchanged themselves. I think Denver should have got more if they were going to give away 2 number 1 picks because Russell Wilson is still 32. And honestly, like, I would have traded DJ Metcalf for Judy. I would have done that. I would have thrown that on the table because Judy gets hurt. You know what I mean? So
What you're not understanding is that the Seattle brass, they're not going to do a trade like that. Why would you trade Metcalf for Judy? We know that Metcalf is the more dominant receiver right now. So Seattle's not giving people away. I mean, they gave Bobby Wagner away by releasing them, but they saving $16 million on the cap. That's why they did that.
Right, but now you're going to have to pay DJ Metcalf, like, you're probably going to have to pay him $80 million guaranteed in his contract. You're going to, you know what I mean? You can't.
But they got to keep somebody. If they're going to get Deshaun Watson, not saying for sure, they're going to get a quarterback. That's without saying. We just don't know who. Whether it's Garoppolo
or
Watson
pick.
or Kirk Cousins, they're going to get somebody.
Right. I think.
Well,
I
you
think
need your prime receiver.
I think it's going to be a draft pick, or I think it's going to be. I think Seattle will be in on Jimmy Garoppolo as well. Like, it wouldn't shock me if Jimmy Garoppolo got traded to Seattle. John Lynch isn't, he's not scared to trade in division.
Well, another thing I can say, Tyler Lockett is on the market. Now, I don't know what you're going to get for Lockett. Maybe you can get a 3rd-round pick for Lockett. Lockett's a real good receiver, but he's still, to me, an average receiver.
I think Lockett is the guy. I think Lockett is kind of a guy who needs to go where Russell Wilson is. Like,
be like his 3rd receiver. Oh, you know who could use Lockett? Aaron Rodgers could use him in Green Bay if he doesn't want a big purse. But if he wants a big purse, that's not going to happen. And talking about that, let's shift over to that real quick, unless you got something else to say about Russell Wilson. If not, we'll go to Aaron Rodgers.
I'm good, Mr.
Okay, let's go to Aaron Rodgers. Re-signed 4 years, 200 M's, 50 M's a year. The salary cap just went up to 208.2. Went up, not incredibly up, but it went up. What do you think about this re-signing for the Green Bay Packers?
For the Green Bay Packers, it's good. For Aaron Rodgers, it just proved that he wants the money. He cares more about the money than he does about winning. Like, there's been one formula that dictates winning, and that's what Tom Brady did. It's clear cut and dry. You take less so that your team could be better around you.
Facts. I agree with that.
Okay? So with that being said, Devontae Adams isn't going to get a long-term contract this year. And if he does, his salary cap hit is going to be – he'll probably get a low salary cap hit because they'll give him his guaranteed money so upfront.
Right. Well, he's franchised this year. Let me make that clear.
Right, for the time being.
Yeah, they franchised them this year. I mean, they could keep franchising them. I mean, I've seen one player get franchised 3 straight years.
Right. But they can't franchise him and keep Aaron Rodgers with this new deal because it would count for like $89 million against the cap or something like that.
Yeah, but you know what they're going to do? They're going to have to let go some guys that are making real money.
You're gonna have to
and they got to go in the draft. They're going to have to go in the draft. But you know and I know that's not going to make them better.
Right. So that just proved my point that Aaron Rodgers doesn't care about the rings. He cares about the money. And to be honest with you, this kind of does take him out of the greatest of all time conversation.
Well, he already made that happen for me when they didn't win again last year. I gave him one more shot. If he would have got me a Super Bowl last year, he's definitely up there. But he's coming up short the way Peyton Manning did early in his career. But Peyton Manning was fortunate enough to close out with the Broncos and get that last Super Bowl that he played in to give him a total of 2 chips. Aaron Rodgers, as great as he is, he should have at least 2, 3 chips. Do you agree with me?
I agree. He should definitely have 2.
But he's coming up short. That's bottom line.
Yeah, definitely. And I
don't want to hear the team came up short. I mean, the 49ers scored, I think, 7 points against them last game. And the other one was on a block punt. If you told me that the 49ers would only get 7 points offensively, I would have went to every book in Vegas and gave them every little penny I had and bombed the Green Bay Packers.
Absolutely.
But you know what? They couldn't score no points. And that's mainly on Rodgers and the offensive coordinator and everything. So real quick, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Hold up. I want to get you on this. I know you want to hit on this. Khalil Mack, 2 minutes. Hurry up.
I think the Chargers are going to be the best team in the AFC.
Oh, that's big.
Khalil Mack, you got Derwin James and Joey Bosa. That is at all 3 levels. You got it going on.
Yeah, okay. You got a lineman, a linebacker, and then you got a guy in the back end.
You got all 3 levels. You got it going on. Okay,
I like
that reeks of the 80s 49ers teams that won 4 Super Bowls in the 80s, which I got bad news for the AFC. Like, Patrick Mahomes might get himself injured this season. Right. That's how bad it's going to be. Joey Bosa.
Right, and another thing that the Chargers did that a lot of people don't know about, they re-signed Mike Williams, which was big.
I think that was a bad idea. I
don't know. I like Mike. Mike, if he can stay healthy, Mike's as good as anybody. But you're right, maybe injury prone, etc. But if he can stay on the field,
and it's not just any injury, like he injured his back. Like you got to be careful with who you get when you get guys who are injured, what type of injury they get, and what type of production and what type of receiver. He's a jump ball receiver. You know what I mean?
I love him and Allen, dog. Him and Allen, I love. I can't lie to you.
Great tandem, but he's a jump ball receiver, and heaven forbid he falls on his back and hurts his back again. That's it.
Yup. 1 minute, Gambino. Close it out.
I want to thank you for your time. I want to give a big shout out to the GOAT of the Parlay King, Parlay Radio. You know what I want to thank you for having me on all the time, and definitely from one goat to another goat.
Can't be on the building. Enjoy your
talk-
weekend. No drinking and driving, big dog.
That's right.
Okay, brother. Have a good one.
You too, man.
Okay.
Later.
Okay. All right, guys. We put them out there. Now it's time for me to turn that wheel and call some winners. Let's get it popping. Don't forget, we're going to do the summary right after. I just want to make sure y'all get a good view. Let me lower this so I don't have to yell so much. I got to repeat this. Round 1 champion, Miss Jess. She closed it out. There's the champion of round 1. We started round 2 last week. So everybody who's tuning in knew. Everybody, the leader has 1 win. 2 guys got 1 win. So this the time to get on so you don't be down 4 or 5 weeks of wins. First to 10, 2 items, live interview, and, you know, social media, all that shit, $5 to get it. That's all it is. 1 through 20, let's go. Anybody got any questions while I'm doing this? No? Okay, we got 1 through 20. Y'all know my rules. I'm going to keep repeating them so that, because we always got new people. So I'm like an umpire. If a ball falls out, it's a no play. I want to give you guys no reason to think that I'm going for somebody or helping somebody. Nah, it's not happening. I love you all, but you got to win this shit here legit. If it ain't legit, I don't want nothing to do with it. 1 through 20, round 2, week 2. Let's go. Let me marinate it. Everybody heart pumping right now. Everybody want to win. I know. I like to win too. I can never win one of these though. I'm telling you right now. I don't have no luck like that. Here we go. We got a winner. 1 ball. You see it, right? Let me go on this side. Right there, 1 ball. Here's your winner for giveaway 1. Number 8. Number 8. That'll be Ghost. Ghost is back on the map, people. Ghost wins round 2, week 2. Ghost is your winner at number 8, folks. Ghost and Raul didn't waste no time. Raul won last week. Ghost got 1 this week. And Chico Linston got 1. Salute to the Ghost, baby. Okay, now we doing 21 to 40. 21 to 40. Let's go. Salute to the Ghost, baby. Number 8, your round 1 winner. Round 2 winner, week 2. Ghost. Here we go. Let me marinate it. Make sure no balls come out. Here we go. Okay, here we go. We got a winner. I think this is the first time ever. It took me one try on both giveaways to get it right. I might be perfecting this shit. I don't know. I don't want to gas myself up, but that's a possibility. You see it? Here we go. Let me shift this over. I can see the ball right there. Look. No funny shit. 23. 23. That'll be my main man, baby. Let me see if I'm saying it right. Brian Ford, number 23. Brian Ford, your winner, folks. Wow. We got B4 starting early on this one. All right, let me get back. We kind of a little over the time limit. Okay, guys, let me turn this off. Quick summary real quick. Let me go to the giveaway number 8, round 2, week 2, the Ghosts. And on giveaway number 2, you got Brian Ford, number 23, Brian Ford. Congratulations to both players. And we started off early with our Sportsbook Jeff covering March Madness, MLB. OGJ came on deck, took care of some NBA, potential NFL trades where certain quarterbacks are coming and going. And Gambino came in, spoke a little bit, Khalil Mack, Russell Wilson, etc. Another great show. Thank you guys for tuning in to the ALYORK Sports Show, Power Hour every Friday. No drinking and driving. It's the effing law. You know I keep stressing that to y'all. I love you guys. Continue to tune in. God bless everybody. Make sure y'all tap that YouTube channel because I'm going to put this right on YouTube. Watch it again on YouTube. Show your boys some love. I'll see y'all sooner than later. ALYORK Sports, the raw truth. Love y'all.